So I'm joined by James Pope, who's the grounds manager at St Paul's School in London. And James, we are in strange times, but where you are in the centre of London is really the epicentre. You must be feeling it more than most. How has it impacted upon your life so far, James?
Yeah, it's been it's surreal. It's definitely surreal. I mean, we'd be straight through the middle of a cricket term now. So we would, we're quite a big school, being that we're close to central London and we've got our grounds on site. So that's our unique selling point. So yeah, we would have near enough 1,400 boys here now in full flow. It's a busy site, albeit quite a small one, 45 acres of sports turf. But how it's impacted us, well, obviously, first and foremost, the boys aren't here. The teachers aren't here. The school is on a skeleton staff, so I think 90% of our office staff aren't here. I mean, it's given us the opportunity to, get on with our day-to-day without having time frames and limits, which is nice. But for, what purpose or what the end goal is that's a bit ambiguous at the moment.
What sort of work have you been getting on with, James?
Well, we've just come to the end of a big school project. We've just had what we've called GTB1 and GTB2, General Teaching Block Phase 1 and 2 has just been completed, started in 2017 and is in its, just snagging now. That's a big project. Cost the school, I think, in the region of 75 million.
Wow.
It's a really, really big project. I think it was touted as being one of the biggest school building projects in Europe for that sort of money. Because the history of the school has been in many locations, but we find ourselves in Barnes now after our last location was sold. We were in Kensington, which is just across the river from us, but we're now in Barnes, and they basically rushed to build a school on the site we are on now, which used to be old drinking water reservoirs. So we've been living in sort of, typical 1950s prefabricated Lego style buildings.
Is that when did that move from Kensington to Barnes? How long ago was it, James?
Yeah, I think it was roughly. I think we're looking at 60 years ago. Okay. And I believe that it was a compulsory buyout, that they basically put the M4 straight through the old playing fields. So that's why they moved to where we are now. But some of this old school, the original in Kensington, does exist, but one half of it's flats and the other's a hotel. But it is still there. So
very valuable real estate your way, isn't it? So there's the temptation to make some money would be enormous.
Yeah. I mean, we are prime time. Yeah, real estate here is it's eye-wateringly expensive, and that's what makes St Paul's unique. Like I said, we've got our grounds on site. I think most of the schools around us have to ship their boys off site or girls off site to play sport, because land is at such a premium, being we're only sort of 3.5 miles from central London here. You can walk it in 45 minutes. So, you can imagine, how much this land that we're sitting on here in Barnes, being it's a really affluent, well sort of after area, I wouldn't even begin to imagine how much money it's worth.
Exactly. Now, more directly for you, James, you've got, I believe it's a staff of 7 you've got?
Yeah, there's 7 of us all together. That's me included. Yeah, that's grounds and gardens. We're a 45-acre estate, and we look after some off-campus estates, mainly houses for teachers, which literally just stone's throw away from the school. So that's the High Master and the Deputy High Master. Again, big properties worth lots of money, but our remit is to look after those.
And now it's considered to be essential work for you at the moment.
Well, essential work for us at the moment, albeit we're not really sure when the boys are due back or for what sport they're going to be playing when they get back. So that's difficult for us because our winter sports pitches overlap our summer sports pitches. So we're we can't start preparing for football and keeping cricket operational. We're really in limbo there. Yeah. But essential maintenance for us at the moment is really just keeping on top of everything, cutting. Simply, we've used a lot of Primo just to try and slow the growth down, because we was on rota, so there was 3 on, 4 on alternate days. So we've gone through a lot of Primo Max, mind the plug, but we've been through quite a bit. Just the curb growth to keep on top of it. But like I said, we're coming to the end of that big GTB1 and GTB2 building project, and we've sort of put ourselves forward to do a lot of the sort of clear up work, if you like. So that's a lot of lawn reinstatement from where they had porta cabins. Yeah. We're just about to start building a new artificial pathway outside one of the new junior school pavilions that we built in the summer. Well, actually, it finished in February. So it's been the best part of a year build. Yeah. We're going to put in the finishing touches on that, really to save the school some costs and to keep us busy. We're doing maintenance work, but we're also taking on, other things we wouldn't ordinarily put ourselves forward to do. Yeah. So we're busy.
As key workers, you guys.
So we are regarded as key workers. We've got we fluctuate between sort of 10 and 20 pupils on site daily, and I would only presume that those boys' parents are doctors or surgeons or anybody who works in healthcare. So that's what we're here, really, just to keep the school operational and safe. Yeah. We are key workers. We've had a letter written for us by operations director to sort of give us a freedom pass, if you like, if we ever get stopped, to say, we are key workers. We are key workers. Yeah, that's us. Yeah.
You as the manager, James, do you feel additional responsibility to make sure your guys are well looked after and are carrying everything out to the letter, so that there's no issues with regard to them?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we put everybody on a rota only purely based on the fact that we if any of us were to contract it, COVID, this is, God forbid, we would all get it, because obviously we work in quite close proximity, and tea breaks are shared in a small tea room on the out on the playing fields in the back of a pavilion. So yeah, there is a little bit of added pressure, I guess, to make sure that we are sanitising hands regularly. We're not working too closely, and that sort of thing. It's it's a bit of a different scenario we find ourselves in. Management of turf has sort of been put to the back burner, and people's health and welfare, albeit that is important, but sometimes it's not as important. But this is something that is almost thrust upon you, necessary, that your staff's welfare is number one priority and comes second to nothing.
You think this is something, there's going to be some permanent changes to the way we all operate and the way we all go about our day-to-day business?
Well, it certainly seems that way. Although we're getting quite a mixed messages from government advisors and anybody that the senior management team, whoever they're speaking to, the advice that they're being given on, in what format we're going to come back to. But I think just generally for ground staff, particularly us, I think, I can see us doing, social distancing and not working in really, really close proximity. I can see that lasting quite a long time. I mean, if schools do come back, I can't see us having visiting schools. I can't see us competing against other schools in a local area. I think that view's echoed by the senior management here at St Paul's, that the risk is not worth taking, and I don't think the government are even going to allow that to happen. So again, we're only really preparing for our pupils and not opposing teams. So that adds a little bit of a different slant onto what we're doing as well.
Well, I wish you well going forward. It's a difficult time. I particularly feel for you guys down in London. I'm lucky I'm in a place that's not overly populated. So I do feel that you're at the sharp end. So good luck with everything, James. I look forward to meeting up with you in person before too very long. And thank you very much for giving us a little bit of your time.
Yeah, no, thanks very much, Scott. Always a pleasure. And yeah, hope to see you soon. Best of luck.